Well, hello, my friends. Happy Saturday. Welcome to another episode of Fly With Me. Fly With Me, episode 92. My name is Cody, or Lufthansa 145, and welcome back to Xplane 11. This week I've been grinding the IXEG 737-300, so I thought I'd do a Fly With Me episode really quickly in that airplane. So we are on the descent right now as Lufthansa 1040 or Lufthansa 91 Charlie into Paris Charles de Gaulle. Now, of course, this airplane doesn't actually do this flight in real life. Lufthansa does not have that airplane anymore, but at Virtual H we do allow legacy flights with legacy airplanes, so I thought I'd just take this for a little spin tonight. So the approach we're doing right now, and maybe this will work. There we go. The approach we're doing right now into Paris down here is the Verdun 8 Hotel arrival, and that is using runway 26 right with the Lore 5 Whiskey, or Lorney, which is what we just passed, arrival. It goes like this. So we're inbound Papa Golf 520. Now we're supposed to do a manual, but I've actually set my flight plan to go direct to the center fix for 26, and then we'll take 26 into Paris. Now, I put some scenery into my scenery library prior to starting the sim, but I didn't test it, which is a bad thing, so we'll see if this thing even works. I've also noticed that my sim has been lagging, and I'm afraid it might crash. I hope it doesn't crash, but it might just crash before going into Paris here. So let's get rid of that and come back to me. So I hope everyone's been well. This week has been absolutely awesome for Virtual LH. When the product that you build and the people who come together to help kind of make something awesome with ideas and things like that starts to grow, there's no greater pride than like literally watching like booms of people starting to sign up and do all sorts of cool things. So we've had a really good boom lately, I would say, of a lot of new people joining, a lot of fresh energy, and what is really awesome, and a parallel to what I kind of do here because it's the best I can do with is YouTube recordings, is our streaming community that is literally just starting to take over the airline, and I absolutely love that. So links are in the description below. There is a lot of streamers right now for Virtual LH. Go over to their Twitch channels, give them a follow, maybe even subscribe if any of them do the subscription thing. They're really awesome people, so I want to thank them so much for joining and being a part of Virtual LH. So, as we say that, we're about to pass through 10,000. I'm just going to double check the weather really quickly at Paris. Paris is showing Cav OK, 240 at 8, QNH 1013, which is perfect. I don't need to change the altimeters. Passing through 10, so let's turn that on, and let's turn on the seatbelt signs. And logo light was already on. I put it on just for the start of the video, and we'll turn our wing lights on. We got all the lights on. We can see a little more of the airplane now. So, what else do we have? Init ref, I've set flaps 40 for this arrival. Actually, I'm going to change to 30, I think. It's a really nice night. I think we can get away with it. ILS course is 111.95, so let's set that really quickly. 95. 95 left and right with a course of 265. I'm actually finally starting to get used to this whole click and drag thing in Xplane. Took me a long time, but I'm getting there. So 265 is set. Localizer is actually starting to come alive already. So we are headed for the center fix right now for the runway 26, and then we'll make our final and a really quick landing. Auto brake I've set for 2, and we're passing through 8,200 now. Really awesome stuff. So the usual things to talk about. The Around the World in 80 Legs is continuing, and that's why I'm actually flying this bird right now. So we did legs 8 and 9 this past week. 8 from Russia to the Ukraine, and 9 was Ukraine to Warsaw. And I took this bird this week, and I had a bit of a meme going into the Ukraine because the weather engine I was using to drive Xplane was an absolute bag of crap, and had like literally it was like complete thick, dense fog all the way down to the runway. So that didn't end very well for me. I had a very hard landing there. On the second leg where we went Ukraine to Warsaw, I switched up the weather engine slightly, got some slightly better settings. I think it's working a lot better now. But unfortunately, I found out that this airplane doesn't like to do the RNAV very well, or I didn't set it up right, or something didn't quite go right. And on that leg, we had a really nice minus like 90 something on landing, but I had to fly the entire approach manually. And thankfully, there was some visuals, so I had to use a mixture of nav aids and visual, but I was able to get it down. So that was quite a thing. So our airplane is slowing down to 230. We're coming pretty close here, so I'm actually going to go this view here. I'm going to do flaps 1. You can kind of see it. There they go. This airplane is very abrupt with this flap movement, and speed-wise it didn't like that, but there's the airport over there. So I do speed intervene. Okay, we'll let the airplane struggle for a moment. And, don't freeze, thank you. So we got the runway over there. I'm going to turn on our VOR localizer. And might not take speed. Okay, fair enough. I can always just disconnect, I guess, the autopilot and do it that way, but runway 26 right is over here, so it's going to be a very quick arrival. Online at VATSIM, of course, in France, there's no ATC, and it's late at night there anyway, so no one would be online as it is. It's down to 4,000. Let's put our engines to continuous. FMC speed. I'm annoyed that I can't take control of that speed. There's a turn towards the ILS. I'd like to reduce my... There we go. Alright, so we're in a little low, so I'm actually gonna... Yeah, perfect. Okay, this works. So we're at 4,000. Localizer hasn't come, so the airplane's gonna slow down quite nicely here. So let's take flap 5. And gear down. Perfect, and approach autopilot B, and I offered a couple more things to flap because we're struggling here. She's keeping me really fast, and we've captured the glide. And now I have the speed, so let's slow it right down to 160. And final on the 30 is 136, so we'll just take it right down to 140 when the time's right. Let the airplane stabilize. I love that the moon is right there. Yes. Oh yes. Got a few airplanes down on the ground, so I got an Air Canada and an EIN. Not sure what the EIN is. I think that might be Shamrock. Yeah. So take flap 25, speed down to 140. And what will we say? We call that about a 10 nautical mile final. So shall we call that out? We'll know that we're coming, even though they haven't pulled back from the gate yet. And we're 93 Charlie actually, so Paris to Gaulle traffic. Lufthansa 93 Charlie is on a 7 nautical mile final for runway
2500.
Runway 26 right at Charles de Gaulle. That's Lufthansa 93 Charlie. Okay. Final stage flap. Flap 30 sets. And airplane is doing a lovely job here of keeping me in the sky because I'm not really paying attention. Okay, are we happy? Everything's captured. Everything looks good. Let's get our speed brake armed. Speed brake armed. Let's get control of the speed. I like that feature in the IXEG. Where it shows you on the screen in the lower right there where the throttle actually is so that you match up yours before it actually takes control. That's actually a very nice little feature. I like that one. So we're speeding up slightly. Just keep her nice and steady. Winds right now 192 at 18, so I got a slight wind from right to left. Hopefully when we get down there, we can see that Air Canada. Outer marker. Beautiful. Airplane was doing some funny stuff there for a second. I think the wind is starting to blow it around. Yeah, we're losing the localizer. I'm going to let it fight just a bit longer. 1000's checked. Come on, airplane, get back on that center line. Okay, it might be my turn. Oh, I can't find that button.
400. 300. Minimum.
Continue.
Light slow. Light slow. 100.
Whoop, whoop.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Traffic. Traffic.
Wow, that was pretty intensive. First is green, trying not to make too many movements to keep us in the middle of the runway. First are stowed. Lots of runway here. And we'll take this high speed exit here. Perfect. Whiskey 2. And Paris to Gaulle traffic. Lufthansa 93 Charlie's vacated runway 26 right onto Whiskey 2. Alright. Stopper here. Perfect. Bring those up. Come up here. We'll put you back to normal with the ignition like so. Strobe lights off. Taxi lights and turn-offs can come on. I did not turn on the rest of my lights. I just noticed. Bad. And we're going to be a short taxi here, so we'll turn on our APU now, so that way we can see roughly what's going on there, and we can turn our to TA. Perfect. So let's go find ourselves a spot. Well, that was a great little flight. I'm going to go park next to this Air Canada, actually, because as a Canadian, very rarely do I get to do that. He is Air Canada 871 on his way from here, from Charles de Gaulle to Montreal, an airport that I am all too familiar with. So, let's finish cleaning up the rest of the airplane as we taxi in here. There's something I just thought of. Yeah, we'll just change these to something random so I don't have ILSs all up in my face. Wicket. Awesome.
Undergo traffic, this is Air Canada 871 at gate Alpha 14, push and start for runway 27 left departure.
There he is. Yeah, so we'll go say hi.
Double traffic, Sunbrook 52 X-ray, taxiing runway 26 left.
Excellent.
Correction, 26 right.
Awesome, there we go. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave you at that. I'm going to go park next to this Air Canada here, but not in his way at the same time. Thanks so much for joining me for that episode of Fly With Me. We'll catch you next Saturday for another fresh episode. If you like the content, be sure to check out virtuallh.com. We'd be glad to have you. Sign up is easy and simple. Big fleet of flights and airplanes, all that good stuff. My name's Cody, or Lufthansa 145. Thanks for joining me. Cheers, you stay safe, and happy flying. Bye-bye.